Hello, welcome back to the Fox Strength and Performance YouTube channel. I am Taylor Fox, and today we are reviewing a couple different sessions. So starting with a deadlift session. Deadlift has been feeling pretty good. I'm pretty excited about this event, pulling 675 for reps. I've been able to hit some really solid work, and you'll see some repeated effort work today with 606. And then I also worked up to 660 not too many days ago, and I felt really good. I stopped at 4, and I was kind of just like iffy on some things with my back and my hamstring groin area, and I was like, I don't really have to push it today. I've also had a bicep issue that's been kind of nagging for 2 weeks now from doing log press. So I'm like, I think this is good. I think we can be pretty conservative here. I know that the capacity is there, and I'm feeling really solid with everything. And I feel like that was illustrated in the day that I really wasn't feeling well and had 560 on the bar and just kept pulling reps anyway and was able to hit 8. So I know I got it in the tank, and I'm just going to keep pushing here. But here you'll see I'm going to start with 4 reps, I believe, and then I guess this is 3. So I did 3, 2, 1, 4. So triple, double, single, and then we're hitting that 4 to really simulate some of the fatigue that I'm going to be hitting in that max rep set with 675. I feel pretty good keeping the weight a little bit lower. I've had some, struggles working up, and I feel like things moved pretty well with this today. But I don't want to blow myself out of the water, because it's like I have to come back, do log clean and press. I want to keep my legs strong with the squat training. Definitely need to do the cardio to prepare for the arm over arm, and then been really crushing bag training, and you'll see that in the next video. So I definitely want to keep that capacity to be able to throw bag. And as I do the repeated extensions, I really do get some back pumps. So I believe this should be a single here, and feeling pretty good with that. And then take a short break, about 75 seconds to 90 seconds, and then we're back for this set of 4 with this weight. And, considering all the volume I just did, not that it's a crazy amount. I mean, this is like 70% of my deadlift max, but, it doesn't always feel that way, considering that it's 600 pounds. But I was pretty pumped to hit all this, and, I've really been working on some cues with the head position, with the start position, and I feel like it's really improved. I kind of always have felt like, it's just like you get down there, you engage the lats, pull the slack out of the bar, drop the hips, and you're good. But, I've really hit a point in my lifting career where deadlift has just been hit or miss, and I haven't really been able to keep it in line the way I want to. So I made some adjustments. It's the type of thing, especially if you're self-coaching, you got to be able to do, which the videos definitely help to improve upon that aspect. And, things have been moving a lot better. I even took a shot at hitting 800, 805 without straps, which I've never actually done. I've only ever done over 800 in straps, and 845 has been my best. It didn't really come off the ground too well, and it wasn't a good rep, but I felt a lot better about the confidence of being able to push it. And then we're going to get into my squat session, which I believe was the next day. Felt like I needed to break it up a little bit and come in the next day to do my squats for reps. So we're just going to start warming up here with 1 plate and keep working up like that. I'm very encouraged, though, because the squat with the SSB, which I chose to just push SSB to help with the deadlift, to help with some of the other events, the max distance bag carry for sure. You want that upper back stamina and glutes, leg strength in general. And SSB has just felt terrible, and I have not been happy about training it. And the last couple sessions really started to click, and I felt very encouraged by the strength and that capacity that I have there. So I'm pretty pumped to show off this set. I don't know if 510 for 8 is the best I've done. I want to say I've done something like 550 for 8, but I felt like the set moves really well, and this is not that set. We had another plate to go, but yeah, to get some weight back on the bar and really just be able to crush it. Like, I've liked to kind of be like a physical guy. Obviously, you're not like being physical with anyone while you train, but just kind of treating that bar like you're attacking it. Like, I like to be aggressive like that, and yeah, I felt like these were really popping out of the hole well, and I had good positioning through the set. Really was on top of my cues. Felt really good about it. And some people just, they hate the 8 reps, and I've been watching a lot of Bromley's videos lately, talking about some of these old school guys and their training, and a mix of like the high reps combined with the high intensity on other days. And I think that's really what you have to do. You have to mix and match. Like, I do the wedding warm-ups. I hit sets of 8 to 10 on one day, and then I, go really heavy on a separate lift during that week the next day, and then, you switch it up, and then like the next week is a heavy squat. I mean, that's the whole like undulating approach. It's been around for a while with like cube method and stuff like that, but it's something I've been trying to develop my own little approach to it, and having done some other programs, I felt like I had a good sense of kind of how I like to run it. And so we've been pushing that for these 8 weeks to peak for Battle at the Bridge, and I'm pretty pumped about it. And I've made other videos we talked about like getting that training frequency up, been maintaining that training frequency, but we kind of cut down a lot of the variety. So it was squat, and then the reason for a single set, because I only did one set on the leg curl, but I cannot maintain the sets well without cramping in my hamstrings, and I was just like, it didn't really cramp, but it wasn't feeling the best, and I'm pretty sure it'll cramp the next set. And I want to do the yoke push anyway, so I went ahead and did that. And this is to simulate pushing the Zamboni. Unfortunately, the only shoes I brought were lifters. I was still having a little bit of the foot issue from dropping the log on my foot this day. I'm pretty sure I need to have shoes on for this, so I kept the shoes on. I did run these out, not too aggressive of a run, as you can clearly see, but I did want to push it and run a little bit, because that's going to be a big thing, is the push and then the run back to the arm over arm. So you definitely want to have that conditioning and speed, although the speed is not what I'm developing today. But I have been doing the 30-30 intervals on the bike and some other faster pace running to prepare for that. So I was pretty pumped to get this in. So it's pretty specific now, just cutting it down to the bare necessities. Really this next week is what I have, and then deload, rest up, make sure I have everything dialed in. Probably be working on my elbow, arm areas a lot, given that I had the bicep issue, had the tricep issue on the other side, had the lateral epi on the right side, in addition to the bicep, shoulder. So that seems to really what has been getting hammered, and we will have to fix that up a little bit before competition day. But I'm pretty pumped about it, and I hope you guys come along for the ride. Until next time, keep lifting those heavy weights, hold strong.